Uganda versus Kenya.
While I cook, so you're going to be able to see what I'm cooking today. So today we are going to talk about the differences between Kenya and Uganda. Yes, Kenya and Uganda. So my sisters from Uganda, my brothers from Uganda, my sisters from Kenya and my brothers from Kenya. Today you are going to see some things. Maybe you know them, maybe you don't. So it's good. You'll be learning something if you didn't know about it, and if you know about it, good for you. But we are going to learn something new today. I'm very sure about that. We're going to learn something in the comfort of my kitchen, something about the food, something new to cook, and we're going to learn about something about Kenya and Uganda. Yes, I hope you are ready. You have to put some sugar in the pan with some olive oil. I prefer olive oil. Okay, and then put these bananas, layer them, put them as a layer, just like this. Yeah. So when you're done, this is how it's supposed to look. Yes, it's supposed to look like this in the pan. Make a layer down in the pan, and then after, I'll get your egg and put a pinch of salt in your egg. Yes, a pinch of salt, and get a cup of baking powder, and then a cup of flour. I mean flour, baking flour, and then to the egg, get flour, mix it with baking powder, just an ounce, very like a pinch of baking powder. You mix the baking powder with the flour, yeah, sugar. Depending on your measurement, you add the milk. So after adding the milk, you add the egg. You add the egg that has the pinch of salt, and then after you have to put some olive oil, or you can put melted butter. So for my case, I'm going to add extra virgin oil. I love extra virgin oil. Yeah, that's just perfect. Yep, and after, I'm going to whisk it, yeah, to mix the mixture. Sure, your mixture is very smooth like this, yeah. And after this step, you have to make sure you cover all the bananas. This is how it's supposed to look. And after this part, we are going to put it on the heat. So you have to put it on medium heat and cook it for 20 minutes. Yes, 20 minutes, and you're going to cover it. So you can cover it with anything. So while still in the comfort of my kitchen, and while we wait for our pie to get ready, I wanted to still talk about Kenya. We were talking about Kenya, remember? So some of the things that the difference between Kenya and Uganda. One, the first thing, the president of Uganda is Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. Yes, and the president of Kenya is Kenyatta. Yes, is Kenyatta. So this is basically about food. Yeah, the second difference between Kenya and Uganda is about food. So the staple food in Kenya is maize, and they basically call it ugari. Yes, they call it ugari. It's actually very delicious. They make it a bit softer than the one we make in Uganda. And then in Uganda, the staple food in Uganda that most people eat in Uganda is is banana matoke. We call it matoke. And most people in Uganda love it squeezed in the leaves, and there's a lot of elegance in making it. Yeah, if you're Ugandan, you know what I'm talking about. My Ugandan people, yeah. So one thing about Kenya is some people think Mombasa is the capital city of Kenya. No. So I'll talk about the cities. In Uganda, the capital city is Kampala. Yes, the capital city of Uganda is Kampala. Kampala is the capital city of Uganda. And the capital city of Kenya is not Mombasa. It is Nairobi. Yes. The capital city of Kenya is Nairobi. Though most people still think it's Mombasa. So it was Mombasa back then in the days, but now they changed it to Nairobi. So the capital city of Kenya is Nairobi. Yes, it's Nairobi. My Nairobi people. I have a lot of friends in Nairobi, by the way. Yeah. So greetings to you, my friends in Nairobi. I won't mention your name. Did you know that Kenya is actually 2.4 bigger than Uganda? Did you know that? Did you know that? Yes, so Kenya is bigger than Uganda. Yes. Kenya is 2.4 times bigger than Uganda. Yes, that is it. My Ugandan people, Kenya is bigger. As in bigger, I mean country-wise, like it's bigger, yeah? In kilometers, in centimeters, in diameters, everything, it's bigger. And then that goes to the cost of living. The cost of living in Kenya. One thing I'll talk about is the cost of living. The cost of living in Uganda and Kenya is way, way different. I don't know if you knew that, but the cost of living in Kenya is higher than the cost of living in Uganda, which makes Uganda have a lower cost of living than Kenya. So I'll give you, for example, one bedroom apartment in Kampala, in the city. Yes, one bedroom apartment. How much do you think it will cost in Uganda? Let me give you some facts. So, for example, in Uganda, an apartment will be 800 Ugandan shillings. 800,000 Ugandan shillings, which is 2,200, Kenyan shillings. And then that same one bedroom apartment in Uganda, if you go to Kenya, it will be 1.2 million Ugandan shillings. 1,200,000 Ugandan shillings, which is, did you know that the calling code of Uganda and Kenya are different? Yes, the calling code for Uganda is 256, and the calling code for Kenya is 254. Very good. So the calling codes are different, though most people think they are the same. No, you're wrong. They are different. So Kenya is 254 plus 254 and Uganda is plus 256. So did you know that Uganda got her independence from Britain, because Uganda was colonized by Britain, right? So Uganda got her independence in October 1962. Uganda got her independence in October 1962. What about Kenya? Don't forget, Uganda's independence is on October 9th, 1962. So what about Kenya? When did Kenya get her independence? When do you think Kenya got her independence? Kenya got her independence from Britain. Still, Britain is the one that colonized Kenya. So Britain colonized both Uganda and Kenya. Now, Kenya got her independence from Britain December 12th December 1963. So Uganda got her independence faster than Kenya. Yes, it's a fact. You can do your research if you want. But I'm giving you facts. So it's the fact. Kenya got her independence December 12th December 1963, while Uganda got her independence 9th October 1962. Yes, it's the fact. But we are all independent now from the Britain. Isn't that right? Isn't that right? This is how it's going to look like. Yeah, it is shimmering. This is how it's supposed to be looking. And then after this step, do you know what is the next step? I'm going to show you the next step. The next step is flipping. We have to flip it over. Yeah, like this. Yummy in my tummy. This looks very delicious. I hope you like it and you can try it out there. So while I end this video, I have 2 questions to ask. Yes, I have 2 questions to ask. If you come from Uganda, I want you to tell me what you like about the Rolex. If you know the Rolex, you know what I'm talking about if you come from Uganda. Because in Uganda, we believe we don't wear Rolex. We don't wear Rolex. We eat Rolex. So I want you to comment by telling me what you like about the Rolex. Don't mind me, I'm eating while cooking and Anyway, so please, if you're from Uganda and you're going to reply and comment, please comment with your view about the Rolex, what you like about the Rolex, anything, or your phrase about the Rolex as a Ugandan, yeah? And comment by talking about the kachumbani, yeah? Tell us something about the kachumbani, like what makes it unique, what makes the Kenyan kachumbani better than the kachumbani for all the other countries, yeah? So those are my 2 questions. And if you have lived in both Uganda and Kenya, you can reply